Oh, good to see all these familiar faces. Um, Happy Saturday to you all. I know it's been a minute since I've been on here. I know it's been pretty crazy with all the updates and the anticipation of Starstake. I couldn't be more excited to talk to you today. I want to share with you some updates real quick. We have a lot of updates actually. I'm going to try to keep the time down, but I do want to share with you some really cool stuff. I have a guest I'm going to have pop on, which you've never met before. So bear with me here, and then we're going to get into, I'm going to show you the platform in the beta server, and I'm going to show you myself minting and creating a buck. I'm going to create the buck. I'm going to create a collection. I'm going to buy the buck. And then I'm going to give it away to someone. So Dwayne, if you can set up whoever we're going to give it to, I just need their wallet address. You can put it in the chat or just direct message me, and then I will send it to them. And you can hold on to that. It's a collectible. It'll be an ultra rare buck. And then, or you can spend it when Starstake launches. So it's up to you what you want to do with it. But I just want to demonstrate it's the simplicity of how easy this platform is to work. Now, how people use this, it remains to be seen. That's the most exciting part to me, is creating the product and then going out to the world and see what creators do with it, what artists do with it, whether you're a YouTuber, a musician, an author, a streamer, a gamer, whatever you do. My 10-year-old son is so excited about telling all his YouTube streamer, friends and people that he knows on YouTube to be able to share Starstake, because it's a way that connection gets bonded there, right? So when you can share something together and share in success as a fan, as a creator together, whether you're 10 years old or 100 years old, it doesn't matter. It definitely bonds you. So Starstake has something really cool, I think, that's going to achieve that. We've worked really hard on this. You guys know this. If you're tuning in for the first time, we've been working on Starstake for over a year now. It's been a passion project of mine. It's been a passion project of my partner, Alan's. And, I always say he's Doc Brown. He's the mad scientist. For those of you that don't know him, he's the brains that tells me what I can do. And then I go out there and try to figure out and put pieces together. And together we work to build this, hopefully what is this amazing product that people love. So that's kind of our dynamic, but some updates on Starstake in general. The past probably month and a half has been more deep testing and creating user tutorials, user guides, user support material, mint maps, all the things that you need when you create a product to support the community that you're going out to the world with. So part of the time that most of the time I've been spending has been debugging and writing these guys, making sure the support systems are in place, the live chat systems, the chat bots, the feedback loops are in place. So when if you guys find a bug, that you can report it right then and there very easily. All the things that are necessary for a piece of software like this. But most of my time is testing. And what does that look like? I had no idea going into this how much deep testing would need to be done, because you have to think about it, right? Like, you have users of Starstake that can go on there and check this stuff out and buy NFTs and buy bucks and all that stuff and connect with their favorite brands and artists. But then you have the creator side, the creators that have to be able to mint this stuff, right? And to create their assets, and to be able to do that quickly, effectively, efficiently was super important. So you have to test that. And then you have to test, our agent program. And then we have our manager program and all the different types of users. So I was telling Alan this morning, I'm like, I got like 18 wallets that I use to test. I don't even know which one to log into. So that's where a lot of our time is just testing, because the number one goal for us for launching Starstake is not to have a perfect Starstake, not to have the best version of Starstake. It's to have the most stable version of Starstake, to have a usable and stable product that can be presented out to the world so everybody can use it. So it is my mission in life recently to be able to go out there and create that stability for you, so we can all use it and there's no catastrophic issues or errors. Okay. Will there be bugs? Absolutely. I promise you, I bet my life on it. It always will have bugs. At some point, we'll weed those down into like, oh, okay, we got it handled. We're good. But as far as stability and that product doing what we say it's going to do, you guys, we have a product coming out day one that will have so many amazing features, that will be a well-rounded product. We're not talking, it's interesting. I was talking to someone who I'm going to introduce here in just a second. And we were talking about other projects, NFT projects, crypto projects, whatever. And there's so many that are out there that have great ideas. And then they launch something and they say, you know what, that's just a little piece. We're going to do this big thing here in the next year or two. And they have these ideas, but they have no really roadmap or idea how they're going to get there. And they don't know necessarily what it's going to take. And unfortunately, a lot of those projects just don't ever come to fruition. They don't actually build the thing they're talking about because it's hard, it's difficult, it's not nice. It takes a lot of money, and there's just so many of these things. Just like any entrepreneur will tell you, most businesses never make it, they fail. And in this world, you're seeing a lot of these projects kind of chasing their tail. I did not want to be that. I did not want to go out to the world with an idea and say, we're going to do this later, send us a bunch of money or buy this thing so it can help us get there. Right? I wanted to create a product day one that was done. That was exactly what we intended it to be. Again, it's not going to be perfect, but it will be great. That is our mission with Starstake. All right. So that's a little bit of an update on where our time is. As far as where we're at, we are getting really close. Now, I know you've heard me say that, but we're getting close because I have been testing things, the Bucks, the NFTBucks, the NFT collections, the star profile, the user registration, all that stuff's done. Works great. We've been buying and testing Bucks for a while now. What they're finishing up here over the next coming weeks is just the Starstake NFT component, which is the main NFT, and the Access NFTs. Those are about, I would say, 80% done. And all we're doing is integrating some of the claim systems. As you know, we have what's called an Access NFT as well, which if you buy a Starstake NFT, you can actually get extra NFTs that give you access to products and services and some really great utility. That piece is really one of the biggest, if one of the only pieces left for the most part. And once we have that done, you guys, once we go through here and we test this puppy and it's stable and there's no mission critical errors, guess what happens? Then we go live. Then we start building up for that launch. And how do we do that? Well, that brings me to my next part here, and that is introducing my guest. I wanted to introduce you to a new member of the executive team. He started this week. It's been a kind of a process. I've put out a bunch of feelers out there in the industry. I've put out a bunch of a few contests. I've messaged on boards looking for a chief marketing officer, someone to take this brand, this vision, this thing that we're building and take it out to the world. Somebody who knows the industry, somebody who knows what we're doing, somebody who's passionate about it, and somebody who can commit to what we have going on here. It is a very difficult thing because, again, we're a startup, right? We don't have, tons and tons of capital sitting in the bank to pay these high-level executives out of the gate. So you have to find the right people at the right time in the job, and that are super passionate about this industry, that can that know how to market, that know how to advertise, to get attraction, that have relationships in the industry. And we found that person. It's taken us a while, but I couldn't be more excited. I couldn't be happier. In fact, I'm beyond happy of who this person is and what they're going to bring. And so I just asked him like 4 minutes ago to jump on here. He's like, let me put some water on my face and get ready. I didn't know, and so that's kind of how we do things around here. But without further ado, his name is also Chris Kapinski. We call him Cap. For those of you that get a chance to talk to him, you can call him Cap as well. But Chris Kapinski is our new Chief Marketing Officer, who's here to take us to the promised land, and to also contribute in giving us an additional perspective at looking at Starstake. So Chris, if you don't mind, come on. I'd love to hear, your story a little bit, and then, what your thoughts were about the platform when you first saw it, and what makes it different in your eyes compared to others out there.
Just made you a co-host, Chris, so you can unmute yourself.
All right. Thank you for that introduction. Yeah, I was just messaging you on WhatsApp to ask you to please kindly unmute me there. So thank you. It's great to be here, everyone. It's great to meet you. I'm really excited for this project and to be a part of the team. And just a little bit about my background. I was previously the VP of digital marketing for a cloud-based post-production company in the Los Angeles area. And in my free time, I mean, I just ate and consumed all things digital, right? I was dabbling with NFTs when Dapper Labs was releasing crypto kitties, and CryptoPunks were being given away for free, and all that stuff. Doing everything from building Ethereum rigs and GPU miners and ASIC miners and everything. Right, my hands have been in this space for a long time, and always on the cutting edge of tech. I can tell you with 100% certainty that what Starstake has is extremely unique. Before I left the Los Angeles area and parted from the company I was previously working with to venture out on my own, they actually tasked me with researching the very thing that Starstake had been working on, because a lot of the big studios, Universal, Sony, Netflix, they were asking for solutions like this, right? For that very reason. I delivered a report, told them exactly what it would take, the amount of work required to do something on this scale, and their response was, "Can we do something a little cheaper and a little simpler?" And I said, "Well, if you want to do what you're talking about, well, then the answer is no." So I was more than delighted when I met Chris, and I got to see the Starstake platform and everything that had been put together, because I really understood on a level where this is going. The first iteration of stuff in the whole area of being able to create something on the blockchain, I would say, was the ERC20 token in 2017. Then we had the whole NFT movement, right, with the ERC 721 token. But where things are going is, ERC 1155 contracts, allowing people to kind of break free and do things that they never really thought were possible before. And what Starstake has built in this platform is really going to allow that to happen. It's a really powerful tool, and I'm really excited to be a part of this journey, this community, and take things to the next level. So thank you again, Chris, for the great introduction. Really happy to be here. And if there's anything else, if anybody sees me around, please feel free to reach out to me, say hello, pick my brain. I'm an open book, and I'm always happy to help when and where I can. So I'll hand it back to you guys.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Cap, as we call each other. So this is really important because it's so exciting to see the team develop. A lot of people say, Chris, what's the hardest part about Starstake? What's so hard about this? What do you think? How do you do this? And it's not the technology. Believe it or not, we have some ridiculously smart people on this team. The developers, some of our key senior developers, and I would say all of our developers that I know personally are extremely talented. And if it weren't for them, this would not happen. You guys, like, ideas are ideas. Until you can execute that idea and write the contract, build the interface, do all those things, it's just an idea, right? And the 20 years I've been doing this, and meaning starting businesses, building companies, selling companies, whatever, I have never had a team this talented ever. And I mean that sincerely. And I've had some really big teams. We've built companies. The last one we did was over 220 million in sales. It was very, very successful. But I've never had a team like this, a dynamic team, a talented team like this, with skill sets that it blows your mind. Like, a lot of the things in Starstake that you'll see here in a second, and maybe you've already seen, they just work. Okay. They work like magic. And a lot of the stuff, I don't even know how it works. It just does the thing that it's supposed to do. When I've shown this to people and done demos, what happens is they're like, "Oh, that's amazing. Isn't that like magic?" And that's always kind of the consensus, is like, "Oh, okay, there's some kind of magic happening in the background because it does things that you've never seen before." But I will tell you, this team is extremely talented. For us to be able to get to where we want to go, it takes that. And that is the hardest part about building something like this, is the team dynamic, is building people like Tarek and Maria and having, the right developers and designers and writers, and all these things come together. Because it's one thing to build the product, it's another, you have to talk about it, you have to write about it, you have to share it to the world and start producing, content. And that's where Chris fits in, is to be able to help us, relay this to the world, engage people, and get the right message in front of the right audience. So couldn't be happier. I'm so excited to have the team we have. So with that, the other update that we have, the SNFTs I'm going to show you here in just a second, are working. They're just tweaking that, finishing that up. And a couple things that we decided to add this week, really wasn't to add because we already had it in place. It was just a matter of pushing it through, was some consumer protection protocols. And all that means is, because we're in the game of community commerce, meaning when you buy an NFT with Starstake, you can also get this access NFT. And that access NFT, guess what? Can give you products, it can give you services, it can give you access to stuff. Well, because of that reason, we need a way to protect the consumer the best way possible, or at least any way possible. So what we don't want to have happen is somebody come out with an NFT that says, hey, we're going to give you this limited edition t-shirt, and 1,000 people buy this thing and they get these NFTs, and then they go to ask for that t-shirt and that person disappears, right? And they never get their t-shirt. We can't have that. So we needed a way to make sure that those things don't happen, that we can kind of mitigate that risk for the consumer. Because, if you go to Amazon or eBay, if you don't get that product, you can file a complaint, you can charge back, you can get a refund. There's a lot of things through those platforms that you can do to kind of reconcile the issue. With Starstake, or with NFTs in general, or blockchain, once that happens, that money's gone, right? It's out there in the world. So it's not like that somebody can get a refund, especially, the way this is built, which is great. However, we have to make sure that there's no problems with that. So we built obviously approval system for creators to get on. Not everybody can be a creator on Starstake. SNFT, certain things are admin approved before they even go out to the world. And then also we have a feedback system where you, as a buyer of say an NFT of some sort, can give feedback. You can rate your experience. If you never got that t-shirt, you can immediately report that. You can immediately put a review on the site that says, hey, this was amazing, I got that backstage pass, and so the next person coming down the line can feel good about that purchase. So it's very, very important that we put just those simple things in place, right? A verified account status was also another thing. Like, people that we know are who they say they are. If Beyonce, proves that she is who she says she is, we can verify her as the official Beyonce, or whoever you are, as long as we can prove that you're a verified person, similar to like what Instagram does, right? We have that put in place as well. So just simple things to protect our community, and that's it's our responsibility to come up with those. Is it going to be perfect? No, but I think it'll be pretty darn good. All right. So with that, let's get into these bucks real quick. All right. I'm not going to take too much time. I know you guys are excited, but I'm going to do this as fast as I can. Hopefully we don't break the internet today, but you never know. It's always possible. So, all right.
Hey, Chris, I think we should mint. Here's what I'm thinking. We'll pick some random people. Let's do, how about we give away, why don't we give away 5 of these collectible NFT bucks? I see a lot of people shared out the video. We'll give away 3 of them to people who shared out our Facebook stream, and then we'll pick 2 random people on the Zoom.
Perfect. Not a problem. All right. Can you guys see my screen? Dwayne, can you see my screen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. So before I go in here, let me move some things around so I can see what I'm doing here. All right. So I'm going to be in the beta, but before I go in there, I'm going to show you something on a different server just to give you a little update. So one of the things, just to give reference and context for those of you that are new, is, okay, we have different NFTs here, okay? So you have to kind of wrap your brain around that. We have NFTBucks, which is like our in-app currency that creators and artists can create their own money and basically become PayPal. If you think of it like that, as a creator, you can mint your own bucks with whatever images you want. And you can set the denomination, you can set its value, its rarity, its supply, all these cool things. That's the money that users will come on and be able to use, just like any other in-app currency. Now, the cool thing to the creator is they can make a transaction fee on every time somebody uses their money. Essentially, they can make like a 1% transaction fee, making them into their own PayPal. Pretty cool stuff. All right. But what happens is, you see on the left-hand side here, you have this buck, and that buck is used to buy a Starstake NFT, which we call our main NFT. It's the mothership. It's the main thing. And that's what has access to royalties and rewards and perks and stuff. And so they use those bucks using a really cool visual checkout to buy that. And once they buy that, there might be an option or a package that they can choose from. And that's what this next image is, what we call an access package. You might look like that as like a value meal at the store, a happy meal, or something with multiple products in it, right? To increase the value of the thing that they're selling. So in this case, you could have a Starstake NFT, and you could have a VIP members package for $100, say, or it could be $1,000, could be anything. And inside of that is what you'll see on the right over here. Is maybe it has event access, and maybe it has product access. The creator can add a package, and they can create different NFTs that give access to different stuff, whether that's products, services, downloads, whatever it is. So when you go to buy this Starstake NFT using your NFTBucks, you're going to get those other, essentially rewards in the form of an NFT, meaning those are separate, which you can claim for the thing that's inside of them, like the product or service. Or you could go to OpenSea and flip that to another super fan. Let's say you got Justin Bieber's new VIP backstage, offer Starstake NFT. You can keep that Starstake NFT because maybe it gives you some royalties and rewards or whatever, but maybe you didn't really need or want that backstage pass or that t-shirt. You could then go to another platform and flip that to some other super fan because maybe there's only 5 of them, or maybe there's only 10 of them, or whatever. So that's kind of the hierarchy of how our NFTs work. But starting at the very beginning is when you come onto the platform, you're going to need to get some bucks. You're going to need some money to spend, right? The cool thing about NFTBucks is you can buy them with credit card, and you could also buy them with crypto. So it reduces the friction of being able to get on the platform. All right. So I just wanted to start with kind of sharing that experience. One of the things that we've done recently, let me go here, is we've updated the new page builder, which is amazing, you guys. I'll show you what that looks like. But here's an example. We have the new star profile pages. When an artist comes to Starstake, they can create their own homepage, I guess you would call it, or a landing page. It's just a place where their audience and fans can come and discover them and find them and see what they're doing and see the things that they minted. Here's my wife's page. Hers looks better than mine, so I'm using her as an example. So you can see her at the header here. Come down, there's like a profile about me section. She can link her social media here. But then down here, you can see her bucks. So she minted just some test bucks on one of our test servers. And so like if you wanted to check out her buck, you could click on here and you could check out Mrs. Jones, right? And you could go through there and check that out. Now you could also come down. If she had any like Starstake NFTs, they would be here. That's where they would show up. You could also find other stars in here. Here's a profile that I created, right, real quick as a test. Things like that. I even have an SM NFT in here, but this is the star profile. Okay, so it's just a cool homepage. People can make it for free. Another thing I will show you is our updated. I'm just going to go to an SNFT that I just created as a demo right here with this awesome Rick and Morty stuff going on. I don't know why I use that image, but it looks cool. Get started with the best NFT ever by Chris Tester. It's one of my test accounts. Okay, so you can see here, I just created this. I literally created this page in like 2 minutes, you guys. Insane. So you can come here, you can customize all this stuff. I customized this funky looking cartoon dude here. It's kind of looks like myself. I think I have more gray hair than this image does. It's been a minute. And then you can come down here, see all the stats and all this cool stuff. And then you can come down here, and I literally just threw a bunch of stuff in here. So we have a reasons to purchase section. I put all good Jobsy in here. Steve Jobs is there. If this college dropout could do it, so can I. So, and then down here, I just put a YouTube video in here. I put a big picture just to see what that would look like. I just customized this whole area. All right. I even created an offer. So on the right-hand side, I created a package for $500, one giant leap for mankind package. I don't know why I did that, but I thought this image was cool. And inside here, I just created a description. I put supply at 100. And I didn't add any access NFTs, but that's where you would see them right in here. So we can create these widgets for basically any offer. You can have up to 5 of these on the page, which is pretty darn cool. Okay. And then when somebody goes to buy, they can hit stake now. They come here and they can choose that package if that's what they want to buy. Now, I can't even buy it because I don't have enough bucks in my wallet right now. So if I go in here, I can look at my wallet. I don't have any bucks. Look at, I'm broke, right? I have some crypto, but I don't have any bucks. Now I could, because this one has open pricing, put $1 in here and spend $1. Okay. And then I'm going to come to this page where if I had bucks, I've never showed this yet. We've never shown this to anyone yet. This is the visual checkout system that we had built. Now I know you can't see anything, but the way this works on the left-hand side will show my bucks. Okay. If I own them. And once I have them, I can choose them just by clicking or swiping up on a mobile device, and it'll add it to cart. Once I do that, this red button turns green, meaning I can buy whatever it is. So see where it says $1. If I was spending 500, I'd have to hit 500 over here to go green to be able to check out. Okay. So you just select your denomination, the bucks that you want to spend. It puts it into your cart. It says, okay, you're good to go. Just like handing a teller at the store cash. Right, the similar experience if you think of it like that. Okay, and then you just hit please check out. It says agree, and then boom, you have a Starstake NFT. You got access to NFTs. You're good to go. You're done. All right, that is the process with bucks, and that's what we're going to be doing. So those of you, some of you that get bucks today, when we launch Starstake, you'll actually be able to use them if you want to, which I would suggest you don't because it's going to be kind of rare. But you could spend it for something else. Okay. So let's just go back. I just wanted to give you some context here. So in the beta account, I guess I'm minting a Bored Ape buck according to the experts. Mutant Ape, Bored Ape, Mutant Ape. Okay, got it. All right. So here, what I'm doing is all you have to do as a user, you just come up here. There's this section called Creator Hub. That's everything creators. It's where you have to get permission to get access to this, but I won't go into all that. All I'm going to do is click on the Creator Hub where I am now. I can actually see my stats, my rankings, all this cool stuff. What I'm going to do on the left-hand side is go to NFTBucks. So I'm going to click here. And in here, I can have a dashboard that kind of gives me step-by-step instructions, but I can create a collection, create an NFT buck, and create a bundle. All right. So I can also see the bucks I already created, which I already created some earlier as I was testing on here. So these are the bucks that I've already created. I can edit them. I created a couple collections. So for example, if I go to view founders collection, I can actually see the common bucks that are in here. I could edit them. I could even buy them now that they're alive. But we're going to go ahead and make a Mutant Ape buck just for something kind of fun today. All right. So all we would do is go to create bucks. There's 3 steps. You have to have a collection to put it in, which is like a folder. And then once you have the folder, you can put any kind of bucks, designs, whatever you want in there. Okay. So let's just create a new collection. Let's make this beta ape collection V1. Okay, we're going to name that collection. This is a standard collection, meaning it's not going to disappear anytime soon. You can choose to have limited collections that maybe run over the season or something. Okay, we're going to add a picture to this. Let me find a picture that's worthy. Let's see, I think.
Do you have our Mutant Ape?
Yeah, let's just use this. All right. So there's this beautiful looking ape, probably the ugliest thing I've ever seen. But hey, you guys are lucky enough to get this really ugly image, but it's quite valuable. I will say this is a very expensive NFT. As ugly as this looks, you guys can write a complaint to Alan if you want. I can give you his email address. You can tell him how ugly this is. He picked the ugliest one, but hey, it doesn't matter. It's still worth a bunch. So you just got to go with it. All right. So we'll save and continue. Let's write something. This is a Mutant Ape on Starstake collection. All right. So here we go. You're ready to add bucks to this collection. Let's create the collection. Okay, fingers crossed, something does not explode. Great. Let's go back to Creator Hub and see if that thing is in here. So let's go back. Oh, there it is. Now I have a collection. This is what a collection looks like. It looks like kind of bucks coming out of it. That's how you can tell. Okay, so this is a star collection, meaning I as a star as a person demoing. If it's a Starstake collection, it'll say Starstake, meaning it's like an official collection. All right, there's no bucks in here. So guess what? We need to add some bucks, you guys. So let's go ahead and create this super cool buck. Okay. All right. So we are going to call it Mutant Ape NFTBuck Beta Edition. All right. We are going to create the denomination, a $1 denomination. Okay. We're going to choose the rarity. We're going to make this collectible today. The reason being is I want to demo a few things here, but we can do, let's choose collectible. Hopefully, again, I don't break something. Uh-oh, I think I broke the internet. Let's go back here. I don't know if I've ever done a collectible one. This is a first time for me. Let's go back here. Uh-oh. I think we broke it. My son's like, you already broke the internet, Dad? All right. So let's go refresh this. I know it works because gosh knows, I created so many bucks. So let's go to create new buck. Well, I don't see it happening. That's really strange. Wait for it. We might have to create a new collection. That was issue. I've never created a collectible, and I've done like ultra rares, commons. That's actually one I've never tested, but that might be why. Okay, that's good. I don't know why that is. So I apologize, guys. I don't know why that's doing that. That is a first for me.
It may not have been pushed to the beta yet, Chris. Everything is functional on the test net. I was in there last night, and everything's working fine. So
Are you connected with your wallet? Or yes, I guess you are. Never mind.
Yeah. So normally, you guys, we do testing on our testnet server. This is just like a server that's clean, that doesn't have like a bunch of our test data in it, because otherwise it'll look super messy. But I think you're right, Chris. I don't think they might have pushed the new updates to this server, which is fine, because let's do this. Let's pivot for a second here. Let's go to the secret server. All right. Let's see, what do I have in here? All right, I don't have anything made, so let's do this in here. Same thing, you just create a collection or mutant ape collection v1 standard. Let's upload this image. You guys get to see it twice. How lucky are you? New ape beta collection. All right, create the collection. There we go. So we should be in here. There's the collection. Okay, let's go and create a new buck. Mutant ape beta buck. It's even a better name. Okay, $1. Let's make it rare, just in case if that's a, let's make the supply for this one. We'll set it to 5. How's that? And there we go. Let's put it in the collection. Let's upload a design. Okay. And here you can see the design. Now we do have something really cool. I wish I could show it, but apparently I don't think it's on the server here. And that's the way to create an overlay. Yeah, it's not on here. Chris, I think you've seen it probably. I know, Dwayne, you guys have seen it. It's where they can actually choose the overlays for the bucks. So you don't have to create all the design elements. In fact, you know, we could easily do that. So that's one thing that we're going to have to probably do, Dwayne, before we can give these out, is we have to be able to get that. And for some reason on here, they don't have the overlay set, unless there's something I mistyped, but I don't think so.
Chris, so it's oh wait, actually, oh no, forgive me, you have it selected on rare. Yeah, common, rare, and collectible. I saw the overlays, and then legendary and ultra rare, I think there was none associated with them when I was on the test net last night.
Yeah.
And guys, we are doing a lot of testing, and this is the reason why we are doing testing. We want to make sure it is perfect before we release the whole platform. This is a very complex platform, guys. You guys have heard me say, I believe that this platform over the next few years can be as big as YouTube and Amazon. It's really a combination of almost like Amazon and social media combined. It's and so much more.
All right, so what I'm in here, guys, I just went into our test net. This has got the latest code. I think the other one was probably over 2 weeks old. That's why you didn't see it, but it is here, so you can see this design. So I just want to show you, just for demonstration purposes, how this works here. And then we will be able to send you guys the free ones here after we're done. But so basically all I did is the same thing. I just created the buck in here. You can see the images here. Now, if I wanted to add the design style, I can click on any one of these and it'll add the denomination automatically. It'll add the information, the seals. I could do a dark version. There's actually a really cool one here, like a purple version, right? I don't know which one is best. That one's kind of cool. That one's cool, kind of cuts his head off though. I think this one's probably the best. So we'll go with this one. So it shows one NFTB. We can come in here. Boom, it looks great. Save and continue. All right, so this is a limited edition ape buck. Okay, now down here you can see market price. This is really important. So it's defaults to 1, meaning there's $1. It's a 1 denomination. Now, because this is a rare buck, I could sell this for more than $1. So if I say, hey, this is collectible, you know, it sells for $10, $100, whatever I want. For demo purposes, let's just keep it at $1, so it costs less. But you can set the market price, which is really cool. Remember, as a creator, you keep that difference. 75% of that markup is yours. So that's your margin. All right, so both just keep it the same. We can go in here, save and continue, create this buck. It says details are final. You can't change it after you mint this. That's fine. We'll go to create. Hopefully the internet doesn't explode again. And we'll go. There we go. Boom. That's what's supposed to happen when you have like the most current code of your own system, by the way. So, all right, we'll go back to pending approval. So I can come back here. Here's the bucks that I actually minted on the test net. But you can see here, this one says approval pending. If I were to deny that or reject that, they'd get this red overlay that would say like rejected for, you know, we have different terms. So for example, if the image is offensive or something, then we can have that. If it doesn't meet our guidelines and doesn't have the seals on there, if it doesn't have the right denomination, if it doesn't match the price, those types of things. So we can certainly, you know, approve and deny that. But let me go in here and approve this real quick in our admin. Okay, so this is a view into like the headquarters, the back end, which we've never shown. Probably shouldn't show it, but I'm going to show it anyway. All right, so I can go back into to NFTBucks, and there's that ape buck. right? Pending approval. I can take a look at the details, look at the image, make sure everything matches correctly. Boom. Let's just approve this. Yes, I want to approve it. Okay, it is officially minted. Like this is on the test net now. So I can come here, refresh my page. Okay, now you notice that pending approval is gone. It is here. There it is. It's active. I could go to the NFTBucks marketplace and I can come down here and there it is. Okay, so there's the buck. Now, let's go ahead and buy this real quick. So I'm going to switch my network because I'm on testnet demoing this for you. So I'm going to switch to my test network to be able to do this. So it uses fake money. We're going to go ahead and buy it so I can show you. So we're going to add it to cart. We'll come over here. Looks like I had one in my cart. Let's get rid of it. Okay, so here we are. We have the buck. I will, oops, let me move my screen up. So there's the buck. Now, this is the checkout for this. Now, when we go live, you'll be able to use a credit card. They'll have a credit card option. Otherwise, right now, it's just using USDC. If you have that in your wallet, Matic, it shows your balance. Okay, and so I'm just going to go ahead and complete transaction. Again, we hope that nothing blows up. Looks good. There's like a 0.002 gas fee. It's like nothing. So here we go. It's confirming the request. It's putting in the order, sending it to all the minions and they're doing all their thing, the magic stuff in the background. And in a second, I will officially have this verified on the blockchain. There we go. Congrats. You got bucks to spend. There we go. We can watch a video about this. It gives us some instructions, but let's go check out my bucks collection. Okay. So sometimes it takes it a minute. But let's go down here. Oh, there it is. Rare bucks. So these are my common bucks that I bought. So just for reference, I'm in Stake Hub now. Before I was as a creator, I was in Creator Hub. This is where you mint things, but as Stake Hub is where a user goes to manage their portfolio, right? When you buy NFTs, this is where you go to see them. So I go here to my bucks and you can see here my bucks and here's this rare buck. Okay. So now that I have this, I can go and spend it. So remember in the beginning, I showed you how I was going to buy an NFT and I would just check my bucks and spend them. Now that I have them, I could actually go and do that. All right. Because I actually own these. I don't know if we have any. I can show you just real quick. I don't know if we have any demo in here, but don't think it's here, but let's just try it just for kicks, guys. All right, so there is a buck. So here's one of the bucks that I have in my wallet. You can choose what collection that you want to, look at. So the first thing, select denomination. This is just one. It'll show all my ones. So this is the most current one that I bought. So I click one now. It'll show all the different, common, rare, whatever. Okay. So let's just, where's the $1? We can't buy it because it's not loaded, but basically you can scroll through here and you can see all your different bucks. And if I want to spend this, I click on it, it adds it over here. And now you notice this button is green. If I get rid of it, the button's red, right? I can't buy an NFT without spending some money. So let's spend some money. We add a buck, boom, that turns green. Congratulations. We go through here. We're like, yes, I want to buy this, agree, complete purchase. Boom, I just bought NFTs. All right. That's all that that happens. Pretty cool stuff, right? Now I want to show you something that's like magic. Okay. This is truly, when you understand how powerful what I'm about to show you, those of you that are out there, nobody's ever seen this before. Okay. What I'm going to show you, this is great. We just create our own currency and bucks and whatever. That's fine. What I'm going to do with that buck now is I'm going to convert it back to $1 in US dollar coin. I'm going to literally reverse it like Thanos from Avengers. I'm going to go back in time and get my money back. All right. So let's go back here. We're going to check out this bundle. Where is my buck, by the way? Well, let's go to Stake Hub. All right. We're going to go to my bucks. There it is. You know what? The mutant ape, I really don't want it anymore. Or you know what? I want some cash instead. So I'm going to go down here to what's called convert bucks. Okay. This is where you can convert your bucks. Now, why is this important? Because as a user, as a creator, whenever you earn a reward or a royalty or anything on Starstake, you are paid in bucks. Okay. So you'll get reward bucks. We have designs specific to that. You'll get, whatever bucks it is. So if you made $1,000 on the platform, you cash those out and get $1,000 to spend. or you can convert them into cash, put that in your bank and have a nice day. Okay. But let's just say I got these bucks. I don't want the Bored Ape anymore. You know what? It's doing nothing for me. It's just not quite my taste. Let's get rid of this. So I can put it over here. I want to convert it. Total conversion value is $1. I want my $1 back. I acknowledge that converting this into USDC will destroy this mutant ape forever. Okay. I will not own. He is gone from the ether forever. Complete conversion. And it reverted me. I think they're not going to let me do that on. Oh yeah, obviously I can't do it on testnet because it's not a real environment, but that's all that happens. I really would want to show you that. I wish we could do it on beta because it's so magical how this happens. Literally, it is just complete conversion. You'll go in here and you'll have USDC in your wallet. Super cool. But that's all that happens. So the good news about that is you can convert these at any time. So any buyer of a buck can also get their money right back again. So it's pretty cool stuff, right? But that's it. That's what bucks are for. Imagine for a second that you have all these creators creating their bucks. Now, why would they want this? People have asked me this. Well, why would I want this? Well, think about it. Your fans are connected to you. They like your music. They like whatever it is that you're doing. They're going to buy your NFT because that's what you're sharing, that page that you make, right? So they might as well use your money if they find out like, wait a minute, that's collectible too. Guess what? They're going to want that too. And so you can sell them your entire collection. You could just sell them the bucks for them to spend. And, obviously they're just getting rid of them when they spend them. But the cool thing is, if somebody buys 5 of one thing, they might want the extra 2 that completes that little collection, right? And you could do all kinds of perks and contests. Chris and I were talking about doing giveaways like we were going to do today, but obviously we can't do, so we're going to save that for another time. We're just teasing you now. But you guys got the idea. You understand the utility here. And I really want you to think about this for a second, is when you have all these stars on here and all these cool collections, and remember, each one of those stars and artists are marketing their own NFTs, okay? Their own audience, their own fan base. So their own fan bases are buying their bucks, spending their bucks. That puts money in the creator's pocket before they even sell their main NFT. It creates this, what we call an independent creator economy. This is the last point I want to make for you, and I'll turn it back over. An independent economy is different than an income stream. Do you guys understand that? It's really important to know the difference. When you're a YouTuber and you get monetized and YouTube pays you some money for your videos, that's an income stream. It is not an economy. You do not control that, okay? They control you, meaning if you accidentally have some music in the background that gets you flagged, guess what? They demonetize your content. You're not making money. Okay, very difficult to live like that. It's difficult. That's why you see a lot of streamers pitching, sponsored ads of things that maybe they really don't care about, but it pays the bills, or, they're trying to sell merchandise, which is hard to make money, or they're maybe going to OnlyFans, which that makes me cringe. But you get the idea, like there's limited options. Whereas with Starstake, you could have your YouTube channel, create your own money, have your fans go over there, grab some of them, create an NFT that shares the outcome, could, the royalties or rewards from their YouTube channel, and then give them cool access, like, free backstage access or free limited edition content, or, giveaways, whatever you want to do. So again, that is the economy piece that we provide. And I believe we're the only ones to do it how we're doing it. Will there be others that are trying to do it? Yes, I've seen them. I've seen them all. In fact, as current as probably yesterday, they're doing pieces, right? People are really trying to figure out, how do you add utility to your NFTs? We don't have to figure it out. We have a very detailed roadmap. In fact, we have a product that works. Unless you saw today, it was just not on the right server. But for the most part, everything is good, you guys. I couldn't be happier, and I wouldn't tell you this because I don't have to. I couldn't be happier with what I see here. I know this is taking a long time. I know it's delayed, and we are anticipating doing things earlier. But the reasons that we decide to put things off or to delay longer is, 1, to get stability, 2, to make sure the pieces are in place to support the growth. It's not about the product as much as it can we support having Beyonce or Justin Bieber join the platform tomorrow. We don't want to break the internet. We don't want to, have their fans not get something that they create. So that's all we're doing now, is debugging. It's a tedious process, but it's super cool. You guys, the Bucks works. It's amazing. I wish I could show it to you. I wish we could give it away, but we will do that again here soon.
Thank you, Chris. First of all, I gave Chris last minute, hey, want to come on here and do this. So it's, and that's one of the reasons why there's a little disorganization. We have multiple servers. We have a beta server. We have a development server. We have a test server. So, but the important part I want everybody here to understand is that all companies, all brands are going to be using NFT technology in their marketing. It's going to be ubiquitous. The same way in 1997, people decided, hey, what do I need a website for? And the great part about the Starstake platform is it lets anybody come on, whether you're any type of creator, any type of business can come onto this platform and create an economy, a new economy for their brand, and they can do it with this platform. And that's what makes this such an exciting proposition for everybody here with NRGY, because we'll be the first to be able to show this type of utility to industry, to the economy, and it's transformational. And you can record, we're getting this recorded, so I'm going to make a bold prediction that I think is definitely going to be true. Every company a year, 2 years from now is going to have an NFT strategy, okay? And they're going to need a platform that can do the types of utility that Starstake provides. We will have proven models. So when I talked to Chris about it, he said, well, how did ClickFunnels work? Well, they showed how it worked for this type of business, how it worked for this other type of business. And so we'll be developing these economic models with this, the business development. And obviously, I've been in Los Angeles. I've been talking to agents and agencies, and we are, working diligently to get those on board as well, to bring on the stars, the name recognition and the eyeballs that we want on the platform. Now, one of the things that he showed you was the admin. I don't know if you guys noticed, but there was an agent function. There's a manager function. The whole way this business is going to work, Chris has been working with this. I have too, and we've been figuring out, well, how does Starstake functionally need to work to make the economy happen, right? That's the important, because ultimately, this doesn't cost anybody anything to join or to use, right? Starstake gets a percentage of the revenue it produces. And as a result, through royalties, we've agreed to pay a royalty to the Starstake, to the NRGY staking contract on royalties that are produced. So imagine if in 1997, you went, and I was around those days, to a business and said, you need to have a website. And what we would do is we would charge them to build a website for them, right? But that was it. Imagine if if I had gotten a piece of every single business that was generated from that website in perpetuity. That's the type of, incredible economic opportunity that Starstake provides. So the next time we do, first of all, anybody that was here, that I'll make sure you get your Mutant 8 buck delivered, because I want to make sure everybody here that was participating isn't disappointed, will receive it. So maybe I'll leave that up to Dwayne to figure out what the addresses are, or the people that pick who's going to win. We'll get those out to you as early as Monday, okay? So I don't want to disappoint anybody. And I appreciate Chris coming on last minute doing this demo. I know he hates when I rush him at the last second to do stuff, but I really wanted to, show everybody, because we're really proud of all the work he's done, our development team has done, and bringing Cap on is exciting too, because we're just adding to the talent pool of people that are full-time working on this project. So we have a growing business and opportunity, and couldn't be happier. But you can see why these are a tool like this, which is really what Starstake is. There are lots of pieces and functions and things that have to be worked out. So we're in those stages right now, getting those bugs and glitches worked out. But you can see the functionality is amazing. And yes, it does work on the on some, it does work. We just literally just going to get the, but when you're building stuff, they're adding new code all the time. That affects other things. So that's part of the process of software development. But I appreciate everyone's patience. And just to let you know, we got something really, really good to look forward to.